We had Golden, Humphreys, Upati, Kimdichi, and Smith all limited today with practice, but all those guys are very hopeful for the game. And with that, I'll take any questions.
How impressive is that they have almost full participation in Week 6 like this?
Oh, it's great. Try to tell the guys really at this point in time of the year, you're not going to feel any better until the season's over, So we constantly emphasize and talk about, recovery, treatment, those kind of things, trying to stay ahead of it. But it was great to get all those guys back out there today.
Al was saying yesterday about having sometimes to reteach some of the basics when it comes to the run defense, and it's a little frustrating for him, but do you try as a head coach just to be patient with that, knowing that sometimes you'll have to go back to basics once in a while? Or?
I don't think that's unusual, to be honest, because I think as the season goes on, I think that's what happens a lot of times with a lot of teams. They get away from teaching the basics, fundamentals and technique, because the game hasn't changed. And sometimes we try to out-scheme ourselves, but you got to make sure you continue to emphasize the little things.
You mentioned after the game about kind of the relief of winning the first one and going through a week when you've won. Does it feel different from the first 4 weeks of just having a win under your belt?
It does, but the preparation doesn't change and your mindset doesn't, because, again, this is a week-to-week business. And, win or lose, you got to get ready for the next week. We're playing a great opponent in the Vikings, well coached and very talented.
After seeing Kendall right for a week, what have you evaluated with him, and how do you see him going into this game?
Very quick, good off the line of scrimmage, can catch the ball in traffic, and we'll see exactly where we are from a standpoint who's up on game day.
With the talent they have at wide receiver, and obviously Kirk's a very good quarterback, is it especially important this week to get pressure on him, and they have some injuries at tackle, a guy like Chandler and the other edge rushers?
Yeah, it's important really every week, but based off what you're saying, yes, we got to complement one another. We got to have tight coverage on the back end. We got to do a great job of really trying to get to the quarterback. Tight coverage is going to make him hold the ball, and getting to the quarterback sometimes is going to make him release it a little quicker. So hopefully we can complement one another.
If Dalvin Cook is available, do you think that changes much offensively?
Well, the word's out there that they're going to try to establish their run game, particularly with Cook coming back this week, and we understand and know that dynamic player, very explosive. So we got to do a great job of fitting our gaps, using our hands, getting off blocks, and being disciplined.
Coach, what are the focuses on the Vikings, but as a staff, though, how do you start preparing for the short week next week?
A lot of that is really dealt with myself and how I structure practice and the things that we're doing next week. I want these guys to stay locked in and focused on the task at hand, which is Minnesota. And we'll create some things next week to get our guys back and get them ready to play. Thank you, guys.